Good morning. Glad to see you're back. Sorry I didn't put up a video last week. I was sick with a bad cold, and I don't think you wanted to listen to me cough and sneeze and hack. So I spared you guys all that. But today is January 24th. I think in the last video I said it was December 10th. It was January 10th. Today is the 24th though. Today I just kind of wanted to show you some of the past things I worked in again. This is just a vlog for me to document the stuff that I've done around our house for you to enjoy, for me to look back and see what I did, see where I screwed up and where I do it over again, or where I did a great job and we should do that again. Also kind of doing this so that my grandkids in the future, who may not get to know me very well, have something they can look back and see their old grandpa doing stuff. Hard to call myself an old grandpa. I don't feel like I'm that old, but I guess I am. A lot of the people I work with now, they're coming in that we've been hiring, weren't even born when I started working there, so yeah, I guess I'm old. I'm going to take you over to the side of the house that we haven't actually looked at yet. So let me take you around there. Whoop, there you go. Lots of leaves today. I gotta clean all this stuff up. I think we went through the patio area. There's the little extra house back there. If you notice, I think I pointed this out before, one of the previous owners did all this rock work out here with recycled sidewalks. They built this nice little fire pit area we're going to clean up. Need to finish that water well. But on this side over here, this is the south side of the house. I have all this lantana growing. So this stuff grows like a weed. Unless you really like this stuff, because it does have pretty butterflies. Unless you really like this stuff, I suggest don't plant it. I'm going to end up cutting all this out, cleaning this whole side of the house out. We're going to plant grass over here. And look at some little lizard. Did you see the lizard? There he goes. There he goes. Got to watch for snakes too. Here we have a little, this is off the master bedroom, little sitting area. We have a fence there to keep the dog down. I have been doing a horrible job keeping this maintained. But a lot of it came this way. Like, I don't know if you can see the rotting on that. Here's the south side of the property. Probably gonna get out there and hit that with the tractor and kind of mow it down. Let's take a walk out there. Looks good from a distance, but up close, look here. This is all that milkweed thistle. It's got these sharp little spiny guys on the things there. I got a lot of it. Not gonna plant anything over here. We're just gonna mow it down and then throw in some wildflowers. Just kind of give it something nice to look at. Now here's something maybe you guys don't get to see very often. Can you see that wind machine over there? When this was an orchard and it would get down to freezing or get down to cold, it could be about, not freezing yet, maybe about 38 degrees or so. They would turn those on. There's a couple big 6-cylinder motors up on top of there, and then that pole would be completely filled with fuel, and those things would move air, and when the air would move, it would prevent a lot of the freezing on the plants, because the moisture couldn't sit on the leaves and then freeze. So the idea is to keep the air moving, keeps things from freezing. Okay, we'll zoom in. You can see the motor, the propellers. There's actually two motors up there. One has a propeller on it. The other one looks like propeller's falling off. And then this whole thing sits at below. You notice it's kind of on a swivel. So this whole thing can rotate 360 degrees. There is a fuel gauge. Just see if I can find it right. It's really high. It's right there just above where the rust starts on that thing. You can see a little round gauge there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. And then all the way here at the bottom, we get down there. There's a couple control boxes. It has a choke, an ignition key, and I think there's a battery over there someplace. And there is a step ladder on the other side that goes all the way up to the top if you had to get up there. This is probably about 30 feet high, I would say, roughly. Oops, I'm showing you sky. Sorry. Here's our kitchen now. As you can see, we replaced all the cabinets, pretty much gutted everything. So we will start, well, what can we start with? You see, we got new kitchen craft cabinets. These are very nice plywood and cherry cabinets. The original ones that they had in here, you saw in that last picture, was they were white, kind of like a Home Depot cheap cabinets that were probably second-hand cabinets because they were really badly damaged. I mean, they had holes in them. You can see spots where the rats have eaten through because the walls behind the walls here that you see here were not done very well. They were done with the wrong type of drywall. It wasn't waterproof drywall, so everything was just falling apart and moldy. This area right here, you see where the dishwasher is. That's where the original dishwasher was, but the plumbing was done very poorly and was leaking for many years and had gigantic holes in the floor. So the original flooring could not be saved. We have all quartz countertops. One thing that I did that I do like, I'm going to go over this direction, is I added this copper ceiling. I had to recenter the light. The light was originally about right over here. And then we laid down 1x2s every foot and made a giant grid across here. And then started with the center piece first and then worked back this direction and then this direction. So we finished this whole row first, and then we started this row from this side. We started down here first and then worked our way this way. And we did that on all the panels because we wanted, when you came into the kitchen, to not necessarily see the seams across there. If you came back this way, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the seams stick out. So the other way, you can't see the seams as much. And then we put up the crown molding, which is also aluminum. Not my best work. But one thing you'll find is when you do stuff like this, people don't necessarily notice the bad stuff. Only you do. Unless you point it out to them like I'm doing to you now. One thing I suggest if you ever did do something like this is all these panels are solid, and there is, there's like a nail every foot by every foot. I would suggest pre-drilling all your holes before you put it up there. The way we had to do this is I would hold the panel up, my wife would take a mop and hold it into the center of it, while I took a little tiny nail and a hammer and then pounded each of these little nails in. It was so bad. So much swearing, it was crazy. These cabinets, when I took the original ones down that were in here, they were all being held on by one drywall screw. So when I took that screw out, they just fell down. This faucet, or whatever you want to call this thing up here, was not even hooked all the way back to the wall. It was just laying on top of the cabinets. So I rebuilt all that, put in the new floodlights, and that kind of made that really nice. Redid the electrical. One of the last things I did was we put in this brick tile, I guess you want to call it. They come in 12 by 12 inch sheets, and they're really easy to put up. You just get liquid nails and a caulking gun and just kind of squirt behind each one of the bricks and just kind of put them up as you go along. You do need a grinder or some kind of tile saw to cut individual ones, but you can see they're not the greatest cuts, but from back here it looks fine. These are original cabinets to the house. We decided to keep those. We do need to refinish them a little bit. This is the original. Let's see if you can stand back. You can see it's a really long cabinet. Get back this way. Really long cabinet. That was an old ironing board cabinet. You can see I just have keys and junk in there right now. But the last owner tried cutting it out and did not finish what they were doing. So one of the future projects, we're going to build that all in, make a nice little cabinet for storing hand towels and items like that. I still have original windows, single pane, which makes it very cold in here. This one, the rope is broke, so I need to figure out how to do that. There's weights inside here that hold this up, so we need to take care of that. This is our little coffee bar. This is our old Hendrick ice box. You can still see it's got some water in there, but it's, you know, galvanized steel inside and made of oak. And we just set our Keurig right there and make our coffee in the morning. Some new lighting. That's pretty much in there. One of the interesting things is I'm on well water. You can see our thing has water here, so we don't want to run the well water in there because it's not the greatest water. It's really hard. So I actually have a pump that you would have in a camper hooked up to 5-gallon Arrowhead bottles down below in the basement. I could show you that later. And that works pretty well for getting water. It's kind of noisy, but it works well. I think that's about it in here. These floors are all new. I had to level the floors. Where the coffee bar was, that was extremely low, so we had to put new beams in here. I basically left the old ones. They were slightly rotted, but they were original redwood material. Might have been Douglas fir. And I just sandwiched new 2x10s onto them, and then re-plywood the floor, and then put this luxury vinyl. It's just vinyl flooring. But we wanted something that was kind of durable. The kitchen's 90% done. Still got a lot to do. There's always more to do. But there you go. I wanted to show you that. One last thing for the day. I got a few projects I got to work on since I'm feeling better. Nothing big. I'm going to work on some of that door framing that I showed you. And there's another project I got to do for a railroad history museum here in town. So maybe I'll show some of that too. But that should do it for today. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you next week. Bye. Just wanted to share this sunset with you. That you guys enjoy it without my face. You guys have a good week.